Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Rafiat, Little Tommy Chef. So today we are going to talk about boosting a child's immune system. How do we boost our child's immune system? Immune system is what the body needs to fight against infectious organisms and foreign invaders in the body. Your child always have recurrent cold, flu, chest infection, gastrointestinal infection, then you know you need to work on your child's immune system. If your child have the reoccurrence of all these things I mentioned, that means you need to work on your child's immune system. That means it's high time you get sugar out of your child's immune system and work on it naturally to make it balanced. So what are the things we need to boost our child's immune system? But before we go into that, I would like to talk about vitamin C. So instead of using vitamin C to boost our child's immune system, because that's what's going on now, you should try to go for fruits and vegetables. And there are other foods that are rich in vitamin C that you can go for instead of using drug. Let's talk about this drug we are using as vitamin C. This drug contains sugar, and what you don't need in your child's digestive tract is sugar, because you are trying to boost immune system. What sugar does to digestive tract is sugar help bacteria to grow. So once a child is sick or you notice that your child had bacteria, or there are some things going on like cold, flu, running nose, and all that, those are the things that will make you know that there's a bad bacteria going on in your child's digestive tract. So how do we work with this? How do we erase all this bad bacteria? You have to stay away from sugar, because sugar help bacteria to grow. Sugar gives them the strength they need, so they don't need any sugar at this time. So in this vitamin C you are buying for your kids, you have to, even if you are going to buy vitamin C for your kids, you have to check the package, check the label, and know the amount of sugar in any vitamin C you are buying. One thing about manufacturers is that they know it's not everyone that know about grams. So they write their labels in grams. It's not everyone that know about grams. What most of us are used to is spoon. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. That's what most of us are used to. So when you see anything in grams, what I will most especially sugar, what I will advise you do is to get your weight and weigh your sugar in grams. But if you don't have a weight, just go to Google and try to convert the amount of gram. Let's say you want to convert 2 grams into a tablespoon, or 2 grams into 2 grams into tablespoon. Just write it that way and let Google convert it for you. So once it's converted, then you will see the amount of tablespoons of sugar in your baby's vitamin C. You need to read your label very well when you are buying all these things for your kids, most especially cereals and drugs. When you are buying it for them, drugs like vitamin C drug, try to read your labels and try to know your convert before you buy all these things. It's very easy for us. We all go to the market with our phone, just try to make the convert before you get that thing, before you throw that thing in your cart. So that is it on sugar. That is it on vitamin C. So now let's go into 7 ways to boost your child's immune system. The number 1 is, of course, food. That is the number 1 thing. That is the number 1 thing to look out for when you are trying to boost your child's immune system. Food are everything you need in our body, everything we need in our system. Let's take, for example, legumes, grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. They have a lot of health benefits. They have a lot of things they do in the body instead of going for a drug. So let's start with fruits and vegetables. We have a lot of fruits and vegetables that contain vitamin C and that can boost your child's immune system. If you are reaching for veggies, try to reach for veggies like spinach, broccoli, kale, water leaves, jute leaves, so many greens vegetables. And also don't forget your red bell pepper. Red bell pepper is very rich. Bell peppers, capsicum, they are very rich in vitamin C. So red bell pepper is very high in vitamin C. So always go for your red bell pepper. Always go for fruits like berries, fruits like orange. So we have a lot of fruits and vegetables you can reach to that can boost your child's immune system. And avocado is another thing you should try to add to your kids' diet because it's full of lots of nutrients for your kids. Some mothers don't always look into nuts and seeds when it comes to boosting a child's immune system. We have a lot of nuts and seeds that's rich in vitamins and minerals that your child needs to boost their immune system. So let's just try and go for different kinds of foods to boost your child's immune system. So herbs and spice too, they are very good. So always add herbs and spice into your child's food. So number 2 is maintain healthy gut. Gut flora are the complex community of microorganisms that lives around the gut and support immune system. So it protects the digestive tract. It protects them from bad bacteria. You know, we have bad and good bacteria in our system. So this good bacteria fight bad bacteria when they are coming into the digestive tract. They always put their hands in their mouth, they put toys in their mouth, they put things in their mouth. So all the bad bacteria they have in all these things, like their hands, like when their hands is dirty, they put it in their mouth. All the bad bacteria goes into the mouth and goes straight to the intestine. So when it gets to the intestine lining, when it gets to the digestive tract, if there is a good bacteria in there, it's going to fight the bad bacteria. So that bad bacteria is not going to stay in the digestive tract. But once there is not enough good bacteria to fight this bad bacteria, that is when you see that your child gets sick, because the bad bacteria will be there and they will be living there. And once your child is drinking juice, taking sugar, eating chocolates, sweet chocolates and everything, the bacteria will start growing. They will be living there. They will now take a room and parlor, they'll start living in the gut area. We need to guide our child's gut so that their immune system will be strong. And how do we do this? By giving fermented food and food rich in probiotics helps the digestive system. A lot of healthy bacteria your child needs to fight the bad bacteria. Foods that contain probiotics are yogurt. I think that's what everybody goes to when it comes to probiotic. But there are ways you can make your own probiotic by fermenting their food. In Nigeria, we have some fermented food that you can just give your kids, like pap is very good. If it's fermented in the right way, it's very good for them. So it gives them the good bacteria they need in their. Try to include probiotic into your child's diet. So you need to go for probiotic like yogurt. And if you are going for yogurt, you don't use flavored yogurt. No, flavored yogurt is not good, because if you see a banana yogurt, some will not use banana to sweeten the yogurt. Some will use maybe banana flavor, strawberry flavor. That's what they use. Even if you look at the label, if you read the label, you will see banana flavor or strawberry flavor or whatever. But you can buy a plain yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, and turn it into a flavor yogurt so that your kids can have it. Like banana, you can match your banana and add it to your baby's yogurt and they are good to go. Or you can blend a strawberry and add it to their yogurt and it will be very okay for them to take, instead of having flavored yogurt that's full of sugar. So it's very good to go for plain yogurt. And another food that I love to use as probiotic is banana. unripe banana. It's not that it should be so green, not so green. A little bit of green banana, sometimes you can just give it to your kids. It's full of probiotics too. Once they are ripe, they reduce in probiotics. So if you want to get the probiotics from banana, it has to be a green banana. So anytime you are making your smoothie, you can just use 2 ripe banana and 1 unripe banana. Number 3, try to avoid antibiotics. If you can avoid antibiotics in any way, try to avoid it. And I think the only thing that can make you avoid antibiotics is to strengthen your child's immune system, and also to enrich the good bacteria in your child's system, so you will not need any antibiotics in your child's body. But get sick, try not to go for antibiotics. Try to go to the hospital. Sometimes they don't need the antibiotics, but we give them too much of antibiotics. And what antibiotics does is, antibiotics kills bacteria. Antibiotics does not know a good and bad bacteria. What antibiotics know is, I'm going in there to kill bacteria. So if you give your child antibiotics, they are going in there to kill bacteria. They don't know good bacteria, they don't know bad bacteria. They are going to kill all the bacteria in the system. And you don't know, some people don't know that when you are using antibiotics, you need probiotics to bring out the flora in the gut again. So avoid antibiotics if you can. Don't go to a chemist or don't go to any shop to request for antibiotics. Just if your child is sick and you think this child needs antibiotic, you go to the hospital. They will put up a test. If the child needs antibiotics, they will give antibiotics. And if your child is giving antibiotics, try to add a lot of probiotics in their food, so that to bring back the good bacteria to fight any other germs. That takes us to number 4. Your child needs 10 to 14 hours sleep in a day. So it now depends on you how you cut this 10 to 14 hours in a day for them. My children don't like napping. That is a big problem for them. Even if the little girl wants to nap, the brother is not ready to nap. And that little girl don't want to leave the brother to play alone, so they are not napping. You understand? But once it's 6 or 5 o'clock, they are ready to sleep. And once they sleep, they take that more than 14 hours sleep. So they sleep all through the night. They don't wake up at midnight, only if they want to pee. So I'm okay with that. But if you know your child always wake in the midnight, some children give tantrum in the midnight. If you know you have that kind of a child, then you need to train them to nap so that they get the adequate sleep they need. Sleep can boost your child's immune system. Even without using drug for them, enough sleep can boost your child's immune system. So, number 5. Number 5 is cut out sugar. That should be in capital letter and it should be in quotes. Cut out sugar. I heard this from a lot of people, that kids need sugar to thrive. Kids need sugar to grow. Kids need sugar to this. Kids need sugar to that. Okay, fine. If your kids need sugar to thrive, the only source of sugar your kids need is from fruit. Yeah, it's from your fruits. We have all this sweetness naturally. Take fish, take dates, banana. We have a lot of them that you can use as sweetener instead of sugar. Cut out sugar if you want to boost your child's immune system. If you really want to boost your child's immune system, most especially this time around, you need to cut out sugar. It feeds bacteria. If your child, you don't have the full confidence that there's no bacteria in your child's system, there's no full confidence, no mother will come out confidently and say, there's no bacteria in my child's system, because kids put their hands in their mouth, they put toys in their mouth, they put things in their mouth. So 100% you can't work on your child's bacteria, bad bacteria. But if you don't feed this bad bacteria with sugar, the bad bacteria is going to die naturally. If they don't have anything they are eating in there, they are going to die naturally. So leave them to die naturally by not feeding them sugar. If you are going to use sugar at all, I will advise you use unrefined cane sugar or unrefined sugar. What I use all the time is unrefined cane sugar. And if I buy an unrefined cane sugar in a month, I can use it for 3 to 4 months. If I buy 1 kg of unrefined cane sugar, sometimes I use it for 3 months, sometimes I use it for 4 months. Sometimes I will have it there and I will not even remember it's in my pantry. So it's not something you should be using all the time. Go for dates, go for fish, go for banana. They are very sweet. You can use it as sweetener in your child's food. I even see some people using sugar in smoothie. We don't need that. All we need is natural sugar. So if you are going to boost your child's immune system, try to cut out sugar from their immune system. And if you are going to boost your immune system as an adult too, try to cut out sugar. If you want to boost your child's immune system, the number 6 thing you need to do is exercise. Yes, exercise is very good for kids. This is the area so many mothers don't look into. Exercise is good for your child. Try to train them that body needs exercise. Even if they play, the body needs exercise. Play is different from exercise. Play by running around, by dragging, by pushing, that is not an exercise. The body needs exercise to strengthen the bones. We need to let them do a special exercise. Just like yoga, we have kids yoga. Let your kid get used to yoga. Let them get used to some certain exercise to strengthen their bones. So if your kids exercise regularly, you will see that their immune system will be very, very strong. Their immune system will be strengthened. So the last thing you need to boost your child's immune system is vitamin D, the sun. When we talk about vitamin D, just go straight to the sun. That is where we get the adequate vitamin D we need. In a situation whereby you can't get a sun, that is when you go for vitamin D drug. If you go to the hospital, you will see that they add vitamin D to our diet, they add vitamin D to our drugs all the time, to our kids' drugs all the time. That is because they really need that vitamin D. We really need that sun. So in the morning, you can just take your kids and go for a walk. In the morning, you can just take them for a walk, or if they want to play, just take them to the garden and let them get that vitamin D naturally. Let them get them exposed to sun so that they can get that vitamin D naturally. But if you are not getting that vitamin D naturally, add vitamin D drug into their diet. So these are the 7 things we need to boost our child's immune system. I will implore you to drop all those drugs you are picking from your grocery store or from your pharmacy and try these 7 things to boost your child's immune system before you go for drugs. So if you know your child, if you see that your child is not taking the food the way you want and you still need them to boost their immune system, that is when you go for drugs. That is when you go for multivitamins. That is when you go for multivitamin for them. If you know they are not getting adequate vitamins they need, if they are not getting it from food, that is when you know you go out there to get drugs for them to use. But if you are buying these drugs, try to read labels and see that they are made from food. Make sure if you are buying vitamin C for your kids, if at all your kid needs vitamin C and you want to buy drug for them, look at the amount of sugar in that vitamin C, because your child does not really need sugar in their vitamin C. Yes, because if you want a good vitamin C, go for citrus, go for red bell pepper, go for spinach, go for broccoli. so many fruits and vegetables that are rich in vitamin C that you can give to your kids. And if you know your kids are not going to take these vegetables, if they are picky eaters and they are not going to take these vegetables, check on my recipes on how to add vegetables to your kids' food. It's very easy. You can just sneak it. Some people said it's not good to sneak because your child will lose trust in you. No, they are not going to. Sneak these vegetables into their food, and you always talk to them about vegetables and fruits. There are so many films, there are so many documentaries they can watch on vegetables and fruits that will make them fall in love with veggies and fruits. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I will see you in another video. Until then, try to boost your child's immune system naturally. Thank you very much. Bye.